to my video. Today I'm going to show you a really good use for the spin clean device that I purchased years ago. I have fluid, but it's at a different place and I can't get at it right away, so I do a different method, and this may work better. So what you do is you take these brushes and you get a bottle of Hudson Hi-Fi record cleaner and spray the brushes. This will work for 7-inch, 10-inch, and 12-inch records. So you just take the brush and you spray it. And put it in. You don't need any water in the spin clean because it already gives you some. Same thing with the, give it a good spray so it's wet. I'm going to show you how to dry it off. Okay. Make sure it fits in good. Okay, they're both in. These rollers can be moved to 10-inch or 12-inch on either side. I use them in 10-inch. Now what you do is you take the record. The record is probably very dirty. I spray it in 2, 3, 4, 5 spots, and the same thing on the other side. Just give it a little dab because it'll add to it. I don't know if many of you like this idea of spraying directly on the record, but it does work. And you turn it around as if you were turning it in water. Turn it back a couple inches. There's some dirt, take that off. It doesn't get on the label. That's the main thing about it. Pull it out. Now it's a little wet. Take a dry brush, like one of these. And you go over it. Just go over it lightly. That dries the fluid off. So there you have a clean record. Now what you do if you don't have sleeves, let's put the record carefully over here on the other sleeve. And I'm going to make some. Where's my scissors? These are 12-inch record sleeves, or envelopes, 12-inch by 18 inches. You just slice down the end because they're sealed after a number of years. They've sat for a while, so you cut down the sleeve, the end of it. You turn it into a 7-inch record sleeve. I've done 10-inch. 12 inches are too small. 10 inches and 7 inches are perfect. Okay, put the pair of scissors over here. Take the clean record. We want to have this name on the envelope on the inside so it's not seen. Drop the record in and just fold it over. Now we're going to cut a bit off so that there's room. I always feel to see where the edge is. It's right here. So we'll go above that. And then you tape this seal. You tape it good with Scotch tape or whatever tape you have. I have a bunch I've done already. I haven't cleaned them yet on the inside, so we're going to do that. I'm going to take the first one and spray it. Same thing on the other side. You don't use much. You don't have to. Just insert the record and spin it. Pull it out. And again, you wipe off the brush you used to dry it with. I've had Kirk give me some good brushes. So if no one can give them to you, you can always buy them. But you need at least 2 or 3 of them to clean the records with. Clean them good. It becomes a little wet, damp, but it does clean the record. And you could leave it dry for a while. We'll do that. So we'll set it over here. Take the next one. Again, it's the same thing. The sleeve has already been made. I got about 7 of them to do. Spray the record again. Now the other side. That keeps the brushes on your spin clean damp. And again, you just stick her in here. And she said that. That's for Doug. He's always saying that. He keeps earning it. Give it a good clean. There we go. We have a cleaned record. Now we sort of brush it off and let it air dry. Biggest brush you can get, usually. We're not using any water in it, we're just using the fluid. And we'll set it over here, turn the other one over. And we grab the next one. This one happens to be a Gordy record, Gordy label. Why do you want to let me go? Mary Johnson. On the other side, I'm not a plaything. So again, these are the records I found on the side of the road. Maybe they're better off being left there, I don't know. Haven't heard them yet. But for now, I'm treating them as if they were good records, because they were in good shape. Okay. The rollers tell you exactly how long to put it in for, how far to put it down the record, and you turn them 2-3 times in each direction. It cleans the grooves. Okay. Again, wipe off the next record. I would do that before sleeving them. And I make the sleeves my own out of envelopes. This is to get the excess fluid off it. And this one's ready to go into the sleeve. I'll put this one over here and turn this one over so it air dries. So now we have a sleeve for it. Helps us open the right end. I think it's the right one. Yeah, this is the right end. So we open up this end, drop it inside. Goes in smoothly. There's the second record. It's ready to go. It's cleaned and all set to go. So we'll let those two dry. We'll do the third one. Again, give it a good, depending on how good the record is or how dirty it is, you give it a certain amount. I'm going to give this one a little more. We could wipe it on with a brush, and some of you may think that's better. I don't know. I'm putting that out there though. Spin the record, it's spin clean. We don't have fluid in it, but every time you add fluid to a record, it gets the brushes wet. So that's good. And it takes off all the dirt. I've washed these and cleaned them already, but I'm doing them good. Again, take the other brush. Try and do it in a circular motion. Okay. This one should be ready to go back in. We'll put the other one over here. And that's ready to go and be taped. And we get another one. Bunch of them here. We'll do a few of them. This one's fairly clean, so I'll give it about 5 dots on each side. If you have any comments on this, pros and cons of doing it this way, by all means leave some comments in the comment section. It does work, and the record doesn't get too wet, as it does with the spin clean with the normal fluid and water, distilled water. The record really gets wet with it, with the distilled water. So I think this is actually better. The longer you spin it, of course, the better it is. There. This stuff won't do magic if your record is damaged. It'll only clean it up so far. But it will clean all the dirt up. It will not clean scratches. Okay, we'll take the Gordy one and put it in the sleeve. It's all done. And we'll take these. Yeah, that one's being flipped over. I'll let that go and I'll flip these two over just to make sure. I got another 3 to go. Give you an idea of how much fluid it takes. It doesn't take much. When you consider the fluid for the spin clean is like $50 a big bottle, this is probably cheaper. Because we're using a spin clean machine, it does an even job on it. And it seems to work good. Big shout out to Kirk Redbell, who gave me a lot of these things, records and everything else. Big shout out to the rest of the members in the group. Okay. Again, the record is a little wet, but not too wet. It's sort of a double whammy on cleaning it. And there, that one needs to be dried off. We'll take the other one, put it in the sleeve, and it's ready to go. We just have to tape these, and if necessary, cut holes in the papers just so you can see the label. That can be done if you get a tool to do that with. Oh, my tapes. Come up in a minute. And this record is ready to be cleaned. Five shots per side is good enough. This one's really dirty, so we'll give this one a 6. And let's see what happens. I think this is an excellent idea. You may or may not. There may be reasons why or why not, but it does work. The rollers and everything work good. The brushes inside work good. Again, same method. Rub it dry with the other brush. The bigger the brush, the better. I've got smaller brushes, and I have this one. I like this one the best. Cleans it good. And we have a fairly clean record. Let it dry. We'll take this one and flip it over and put this one in the sleeve. Last one that we can clean is this one here. That's what I got left from the stack. These aren't the best of records, so I'm using it. Using this stuff on records that aren't so good as a trial test. If it works really good, maybe I'll use it on good records. I don't know yet. I don't like the idea of spraying directly on a good record. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not. We'll find out in your comments. Be an idea every 3 records to take the brushes out and clean them off. I didn't do that, but you can do that. Okay. And this is the last one. I'm going to put the other 2 in their sleeves. I don't have a 45 RPM spindle to play them with. I lost it a while back, so I'll have to talk to a few people about getting one, a good one. Okay, let that one dry. Take these 2 sleeves. Now, be careful that you don't touch the record with your thumb. I just did that. So, technically, if you wanted to really clean it, you'd redo the record. I'm going to do that because it's got a big thumbprint on it. I think it does. Let's look and see. Yeah, it does have. So let's re-clean it. If you make a mistake like that, always re-clean. The thumbprint, his fingerprint, it's got oils in it. I think it was this record, but it gives you the basic idea of what to do. if you get a thumbprint on it. I'm trying to get rid of them, not add to them. Okay. Let that one dry. Flip this one over. And that's the end of the video. I'm not going to put any music in it. It's just going to be plain voice. Thank you for watching.